Hello and welcome back. So in today's video, we are going to look at how we can be able to implement CI/CD in your development environment so that you can be able to push your code from the development to the production. Or what I mean is that when you are coding or you're developing a product from your local machine, you can be able to push it to the production or maybe to the staging. So what we are going to do is that using this whiteboard here, I'm going first of all to make sure that I'm going to demonstrate what we are going to implement so that whenever we are implementing this, you can be able to understand everything. So let's start here. So first thing that we are going to have in this whiteboard is your local environment where we can say this is your computer right here. So let's say this is your computer or laptop. So this is your computer where you do like local development. So local development like that. So this is your local machine, and also after we have this your local machine, what you are going to have again, let me just choose this here. So what you are going to do is that from your local machine, I know most of you just pushes to the GitHub, of which also we are going to use GitHub. So also I'm going to take this and place it here. So this is GitHub. So GitHub. So normally when you don't have like a CI/CD flow, what happens is that most people will push their code to the GitHub like that. So let me point it with this arrow. And then after this, after they have developed the code and pushed to GitHub, they will go to the server. So immediately they will go to their server here. Let me create a server or the production environment, or you can call it staging environment. So because also you can have a server that is for staging environment. So I can just say production environment here, of which we can say also it is a server like that. So I'm going to have let's say it's a production environment or server. So you find that most people will just will come to the server, and then they will pull the code that they have in their GitHub, and then they will run it here manually. So now we want to delete this. We don't want to work like this because we want our work our work to be streamlined, and we have a CI/CD so that we just when we, for example, develop a new feature in our local machine and already we have this code set up in the production environment, what we can do is that we can just push to GitHub here, and it will be automatically being pushed to our our production or our server. So here we can have something that we are going to add that will help us to be able to create our CI/CD, and this is Docker Hub. So here I'm going to have a Docker Hub. So I'm going to write here Docker Hub. So Docker Hub. And then now what we are going to do is that from here now, from our GitHub, we are going to push to our Docker Hub. And then now from our Docker Hub, here we are going to push now to it's going to be pushed to our production server automatically. So I want to also add some things that we are going to use. For example, here we are just going to use Git. First of all, let's add here Git. So to push it to GitHub, we are going to require Git. So after here, we are going to use GitHub Actions. So we are going to use here GitHub Actions, and I'm going to show you how to set up GitHub Actions. And then from here, our code now, here from the Docker Hub here, it will be pulled here from the server. From the server here, inside the server, here, we are going to have a tool that is called Watchtower. So for Watchtower, what it will do is that it will help us to pull the code from, it will be able to pull the code from Docker Hub, or in this case, when you push your code to Docker Hub, it is called an image. So from Docker Hub here, it will be automatically being pulled by Watchtower right here. So that is how we are going to implement our CI/CD. So let me go back and start again. So this is step 1, where you have your local machine. Your local machine, we are going to use Git so that we can push our code to GitHub, and then GitHub automatically, it will be able to use GitHub Actions. So here I missed Actions. It will use GitHub Actions that will push your code automatically to Docker Hub. And in here in GitHub, what it will do is that it will build your code to an image, and then it will push that image to Docker Hub. And then from Docker Hub right here, it's going to be pulled. Now the image, it will be pulled to server here, to Watchtower. So this is the Watchtower. The Watchtower will help us to pull our code and also rebuild our image or our code. So also the other thing here in GitHub is that in GitHub you can set, for example, you can set when do you want your code to be pushed to production, because maybe you want to have a staging environment, and also you want to have a production environment. So let's say, for example, when you push to a master branch or maybe a dev branch. So let's say when you push to master, you want the code to be pushed to the production. But when also you push to dev here, let's say you have another server right here. So server, and this server here, it's let's say this one. Let me use this pen. So here we are going to have a staging server. So this is staging server, and also inside here we can have a watchtower. So like that. So what we are going to also make sure is that we can differentiate between production and staging, because maybe you want to first of all test your features in staging before you push it to the production here, and that we can differentiate that. So I'm going also to make sure that can pull here like that. So this is staging environment. So let's say you have pushed your code to master, being built to an image by GitHub Actions, and then from GitHub Actions, it will be pulled to production environment by Watchtower. And also maybe you want your feature first of all to go to staging. So what you are doing is that you are pushing to dev, and then GitHub will listen, and then GitHub Actions will build your code into an image, and then also it will push to Docker Hub, and then from Docker Hub it will be pulled to staging right here. So, and then let's say, for example, you have tested your features in staging and everything is okay. What you can do is that you'll merge your dev, you'll create a pull request. So here you can create a pull request that will merge master branch with dev branch, and then those features will go direct to production. So I think for now you understand what I mean, or what I mean by how to arrange your GitHub or how to arrange your CI/CD workflow. So all of this, we can call it a CI/CD workflow here. So CI/CD workflow. So it's not a complicated thing, but is something that you'll understand very easily. So I'm going to show you everything right here. So also another thing and the last thing that I am forgetting and which I'll try to cover is how you can be able to do a branch protection so that you don't push direct to master and then production go direct to production and then changes doesn't go direct to production, because if you do that, maybe you'll be working on master branch but you are not aware, and when you push those changes to GitHub, automatically it will go to production uh, very fast. So and you maybe don't want that because you have not done fully testing on that. So also that is something that we are going to cover. So let me add here branch branch protection. So for example, you can say that for master, you need to have a PR, and you don't you you should not put like you should not push changes direct to master, and you need to have a reviewer who will be able to review your code you'd be able to review your code and merge to master. But for dev, you won't be able also to push direct to dev, so that those changes will not go to the staging direct. What you do is that you make sure that for dev, it won't require a reviewer, but you need to create a pull request and then merge to dev. Yeah, so that's, I think everything is clear right here. So I think for now we can stop at this point so that in the next step now I can explain more things about CI/CD as we go on. So have a great day. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel and also make sure to like this video so that also this can reach many other people. So have a great day. See you on the next video.